Hey, you people, I want to talk to you about one thing between Senegal and Morocco. People are blaming Senegal for walking out of the pitch. Eh? People are blaming Senegal for walking out of the pitch. But that was a good decision from the board, the coach, and the players. Because you saw that situation. That situation was so intense. It was going to be violence. If those players were on that field, then decision could not be found immediately, They did a good decision. Don't blame Senegal for walking out of that pitch. They did a good decision, Because I remember there was a game, it was between Besiktas and whatever. Was it PSG? I don't know. And then Baba was accused of being black. He brought havoc. He brought a lot of havoc in that field. They had to go they had to walk out of that pitch. They went to the changing room for almost 1 hour. We waited for almost 1 and a half hour. To calm the situation down. So don't blame Senegal for walking out of that pitch. That was a good decision. Suppose they were fighting, they could fight. But that was a good decision. Don't blame Senegal. That was a good idea. And if a situation like that, it's okay for the players to walk out of the pitch. You saw they score. They score during 90 or 90, before 90, closer to the end of the game. Then the referee said that was a foul. He refused to give them that score. Then after that, the Moroccans, to get a penalty during that time. Can you imagine the situation? The referee not deciding to give the goal, then the Moroccans being given the penalty. What do you as a human, you are human, you have to understand. You see that situation. Why the player was like, why didn't you give us that score? Why are you giving them penalty? So don't blame the players for walking out of that pitch. That was a good decision. But the referee, let me tell you, that was a bad decision to decide to give the penalty. You see, it's close at the end of the game. You've not given them the score, then you want to give the penalty to Moroccans. What do you expect? What do you expect? That was a poor judgment from the referee. That was a poor judgment. In fact, that disqualified you for refereeing another final game, another big game. You cannot, that referee, in fact, I need to know the name. That is a poor decision from that referee. If it was the other referee, could be like, hey, I've not given them that goal. Let me not give this penalty. I don't need to go to the VR. That was a bad decision.